Oh, what to say this morning? Um, Einstein is reported to have said it might be apocryphal, but many things are attributed to him. He said, the more you know, the more you realize you don't know. And this is, of course, from one of the great geniuses ever in terms of coming up with new ideas that, I mean, coming up with a new idea is certainly a good thing, but the new ideas that change human reality in radical ways, that guy is just about tied for first. And yet, within 20 years of his new ideas, there were more new ideas that took his ideas and blew some of them up and expanded on them in other ways. But anyway, this idea that the more that I know, the more I realize I don't know, it seems like the more that I know would reduce the amount that I don't know. I'm always building this larger circle of what I know and what I understand. And of course, that would reduce the area of what it is that I don't know. But of course, knowledge and information, wisdom, intelligence is infinite. So any amount that we take out of infinity leaves infinity left over. This is so important to remember because it, on the one hand, it's daunting to realize it. On the other hand, it's glorious to understand that however much wisdom and light and knowledge and power we do extract from the infinite, God, if you will, I will, then there's always infinity left over. So we're always interfacing with new projects, new ideas, new conundrums, new dilemmas to solve. I'm going through a big phase of that right now. Every day is 73 different problems that I need to solve. And as soon as I solve one, it branches out into three new problems. I'm sure you can relate when you've moved and everything is moving around. But this points out that if we get our minds quiet once a day and we get into what Thomas Edison called receptive mode, that the answers will flow. Not necessarily immediately. Oftentimes, we have to sift through a lot of bad ideas before we come up with a good idea. But I think the better we get at meditating and our minds becoming receptive to infinite wisdom, the fewer bad ideas we have to go through. Last night's bad idea is I'll put the microwave here, and it was a bad idea. I woke up this morning and there wasn't really enough room, and the door swung open and it kind of bonked me, and I spilled my coffee, and then I said an expletive deleted, and then my adrenaline began to rise, and it's like, boy, it would be better if it went there instead. But these great ideas are flowing. And the reason that one of the things I want to say about this is that there's so much I want to say about it. We're going to talk about this all week. Emmett Fox says the Romans could have had the automobile, the Greeks could have had the airplane, the ancient Persians could have had electricity. Think about that. It wasn't as though the principles of aerodynamics or the principles of electromagnetism or the principles of propulsion were unavailable. It's just those minds were not receptive. They had a lot of wisdom and knowledge. Those ancient cultures were very smart, but they hadn't figured out the scientific method. And so there were many things that they could have had that were unavailable. Now, that makes us seem very smart and elite today, but there are many things. We'll expand on this tomorrow in a way that will really drive the point home. But there are many things today that we are not living with that are right around the corner that will radically change our life. Cars that float in the air, ability to travel from San Francisco to New York in 30 seconds. I mean, seriously, these things are coming. We know they're coming, but the mind that receives those ideas has not been born yet. Now, our minds are here, and there are great ideas that are destined for you, and there's great ideas destined for me that are just right on the precipice. They're right on that line between what we know and what we don't know. So be highly encouraged, be anticipatory, be enthusiastic, be joyful, be giddy that great ideas, the hit song, the great book, the entrepreneurial idea, the thing you're going to do that changes everything is just ready to drop into your mind because your mind is receptive. So is mine, and so are ours. Have a beautiful day and look out for your great idea. I'll see you.